door. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Judy and you are watching Running So and So. And first of all, a huge welcome to anybody who's newly subscribed. I've just had a little flurry of new subscribers, which is absolutely fantastic. I do hope you enjoy what you see here and you will continue watching. Also, thank you to anyone who's watched, liked and commented on my last vlog. It is a bit of a crazy week, and I'll come to why in a minute. First thing I wanted to share with you all is something I've added into my life, and the tagline for my channel is Running, Sewing, Life. The running is very much on hold at the moment because of I have this health issue, and running and this health issue aren't going to go together. So I wanted to add something else into my life just to give me an extra dimension to what I'm doing in my spare time alongside sewing and gardening and running my house and doing everything else that everybody does in their life. I saw in Castle Howard when I was up there with Sally a few weeks ago a note saying, have you ever thought about being a volunteer? And I thought, no, I haven't actually. But you know, that's something I could do and I think I'd enjoy. So I've gone through the process and I am now a Castle Howard volunteer. Here you are. Here is my green lanyard. I am green. Castle Howard volunteers are green. And I have a little badge, but unfortunately I haven't got the little thing that your badge goes into yet. So I've been having my badge in my pocket, but I've been wearing my lanyard so people know. And it's been really, really good fun. So I've done one shift so far. And your first two shifts are meant to be budded with somebody, and then you do one on your own, but you're sort of watched a lot. And then on your fourth shift, you're sent out on your own. Well, it was a bit of an interesting day last Saturday, to say the least. I went up and I did my first two rooms, because you do a room for 45 minutes and then you move on with the lovely Anne. And it was great. We talked to loads of people and it was really busy first thing in the morning. And we were in the first room that you come to. Once you've gone up the stairs in Castle Howard and past the China landing, go down the corridor and you come into Lady Georgiana's bedroom. And she is the daughter of the 5th Duchess of Devonshire, and she's the wife of the 6th Earl of Carlisle. And he's the guy who was responsible for a lot of Castle Howard as you see it today. So this was my first room. And lots of people coming in, all really excited. And I'm doing really well. I've got my 3 key facts. And then we get the French party. I don't know how I did it, but I managed to tell them in French, and I am not going to speak French now, that whose bedroom it was, when the bed was made, and who the pictures were on the wall. And some key photographs of when she was an older lady and when she was a baby, which was, I did really, really well. I was really impressed with myself, and bless them. That French party were amazing because the lady who was leading the party was bilingual and she did encourage me to speak French, which is probably what I needed. But the volunteer team at Castle Howard now think I can speak French, and I feel as if I'm deluding them because I can't speak that good French, but I had a jolly good go. And then after lunch I got put in 2 rooms on my own because we were short-staffed. So it was, and then I went back to being with the lovely Anne for the last 2 shifts, which was fantastic. At the end of the day I joined the private guided tours that people can buy and pay to go on. And I had to leave early because I knew Poppy and Maggie were on their own and I needed to get back to them. And I had to slip out of the tour, but because I slipped out of the tour, I was allowed to access parts of the house that people aren't allowed to go into. And I'd never done it before, and it was really surreal when I opened this door and I was actually the only person in the long gallery, and I wish to goodness I had my phone with me just to have taken a picture of me in the long gallery on my own. And then I had to open a door out of the long gallery into another corridor which accessed me back down to the sort of the staff room that we've got. It was just really surreal, but I'm looking forward to my next shift, which is a week on Saturday, and that'll be my next buddy shift. So what else have I done this week apart from doing my first shift? Well, on Sunday morning I just wanted to walk, and so did Rachel. So I'm just going to put up this little bit of footage. I'm just going to put it in here. I'm just going to go to the side. I'll go to this side. So I'm going to go to the side, and just here, I need to put a little bit of footage in of Rachel and I just coming off the riverbank on the Ings near Rachel's house on Sunday morning, and to say it was glorious just doesn't touch it. It was such the most beautiful morning. It was the sort of morning that just uplifts you. And I sent Rachel a message afterwards and just said, thank you ever so much for a lovely walk. I feel really uplifted, and I hope she did afterwards. I know we both ended up in the garden on Sunday afternoon because we were texting each other about gardening things, which was just wonderful. It was nothing to do with sewing, it was just life. So what else have I been doing? I've been preparing for my little visit this weekend, and I'm setting this vlog to go live as my aeroplane is taxiing down the runway at Leeds Bradford Airport. I am going beyond the pink door. And to say I'm excited doesn't go near it. I think I am beyond excited going beyond the pink door. My journey to Andrea's is going to be quite interesting because I've got to Dublin, but my flight times, I couldn't get an earlier flight to get on the public transport. So I've had to hire a car. So I have bought a road atlas. And I popped a picture on Instagram stories. I've just put the little picture in here that I put on Instagram stories. And Rachel from the French Seam said, I didn't even know you could get these. So it made me feel so welcome to Ireland before it even got there. And then I realised I had toll roads. So I needed €12. I don't need any euros because I can use my card. So I put a little plea out amongst my friends. I currently have €23 in change. So I can throw my coins at the coin box when I'm driving over there. So what am I going to make at Andrea's? Well, I have decided I am going to make another fringe dress by Chalk and Notch. I'm just going to put a picture of the fringe dress in up here. It's just the most beautiful. It's waisted, it's sort of shirt waisted to the middle, and it's got a lovely shaped skirt like so. And then I'm going to put another picture in here of Lorianne and I wearing fringe dresses now. So I'm going to make my fringe dress in my last Beyond the Pink Door fabric. Now this is just a little offcut. I'm taking it straight over to go over the lens. Just going to have a quick look, there we are. I'm also at the moment cutting out my tailor dress by Named Patterns. Now I might take that with me. I might not. The other thing I'm thinking of making is, this is the Le Pantalon Belem by Maison Forth. And it's a paper bag waist trouser and it's got elastic at the back. Now I really want to make a pair of these. And I am just going to go for it. I am going to go for it. Whether I make them at the retreat is another matter altogether, because today, I'm filming this on Wednesday, the lovely Austin dress, I'll put a picture of it in here, from Grainline Patterns, and I'll put a link in the description box below. If you subscribe to Grainline Patterns, you'll have received an email today telling them about it. I have purchased it, and I'm pinging it over to Andrea, and she's going to print it off for me. So that might be my next project. So I'm just going to put a picture in here of me cutting out the tailor dress by Named Patterns, because I adore that fabric. And I got that from First for Fabrics. Description boxes, everything will be in the description box. And the lovely Tamlin sent me a message today saying, you know that pink version of the fabric that you liked? It's on offer. So whether I buy the pink version, if I can get a little picture, I'll put that in there as well. Maybe I will do the pink version as well, or just get some pink fabric. So that is where I am at with sewing. Now there is a reason that I wanted to film a vlog for Fridaysews this week, and it's nothing to do with going to Andrea's. It's the theme for Fridaysews. Now for those that don't watch, I've never heard of Fridaysews, it was set up by the lovely Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and it is literally a talking point. The reason I wanted to come on and talk to you about it is that it's, have you ever made a wedding dress? And I am going to now just put in some footage of my wedding. So in this box I have got some very precious dresses. Both of these two dresses were made on my little Elna sewing machine. So this was the dress I wore to my Buckingham Palace garden party, and it is literally just a really simple cotton lawn that I bought in a sewing shop in Beverley. The shop was called Carol Bird of Beverley, and that was the shop that I bought my first Benina from. So we now move on to the wedding dress itself. So here it is. So the neckline flipped over, and you can see here that there was a scallop on the bottom of the embroidered lace, and I was able to pick up the scallop here as well, and then I've managed to keep the scallop all the way around the edge of the frill here. Now, as I say, there was a friend of my mother's that came and she helped me cut it out. And her famous words to me were, and I remember I said them to Adele from Sofa Serenity, treat it like any other fabric and treat it with respect and it will pay you dividends. So we've got this lovely V-neck. Now I'm pretty certain, I think Princess Diana had a V-neck on hers. And the skirt itself here is lined with just a really simple silk chiffon. And this, as I say, it's not silk Chantilly lace, it's a cotton Chantilly lace, and the design is very, very traditional. You can see the design here. It picks it up beautifully across the bodice there, and you can see the design here at the bottom. So yes, I did make my wedding dress, and it has a little cummerbund for it as well. So just go back up again down for you. And the sheer sleeves. And the Duchess of Cambridge, she had Chantilly lace overlay on her dress too. I remember seeing it and thinking, oh my gosh, it's the same as me, Chantilly lace. Anyhow, wedding dresses. I do hope you enjoyed looking at my lovely wedding dress. I have got the scraps from my dress, and I have kept these in a little box, in a little bag, for a long time. So this is, I don't know if you can actually see it, but this is 100% pure Chantilly lace. Now it did have a scallop to the edge. Hold it over, can you see that? So the dress was worn, it had an underdress, and the underdress was literally just a strappy top, and it had a tulle underskirt sewn to the top of the underdress, not the underneath. So I didn't feel the tulle next to my dress. I only felt the cotton from the cotton lining of the dress. Now the cotton underdress, we made it in cotton to make it breathable and easy to wear. So this silk, as I say, it came from a beautiful shop in London, which is no longer here. It came from a shop called Allen's of Duke Street. And my mum, we bought 2 bolts of Chantilly lace, and I have literally kept every single piece of it. Now in the garage is a christening. It shouldn't be in the garage unless Hannah's taken it back to hers. These are literally just the scraps from my wedding dress. And I was very naughty. I took my husband with me to buy it, so he saw it. But in here, I've got more things in here. This is the pattern. And for those of you that like vintage patterns, it is Vogue 2864. And in the days you could buy it in one size. Here it is, can you see it? It's got very tatty over the ears. Can you see? There, and there it is. There was a picture of it. So there's the picture of it. Just there, and the other sketched images. And on the back, I'm going to try and show you the line drawings. Can you see? So we're looking at something like this one here. I had a very, very, very small train, but this was the effect that I wanted to achieve. I wanted a lace. It was a fashion of the day. It's a 1980s wedding dress. And this is the letter from Simonston Hall up in Hawes in Wensleydale, confirming the booking for our honeymoon. So it's been a very, very short vlog. I do hope you've enjoyed that quick little look at my wedding dress and that quick snippet of what I'm up to this week. And for now, I'm going to say thank you ever so much. If you liked what you've seen, do give me a little like, send me a comment. Better still, can you hit that subscribe button, because I'm so close to 3,000 subscribers. I'll see you all again soon.